Alrighty, and we are live. Go ahead and start up the game. Go big or go home. Okay, I keep forgetting that I need to change my settings, so let me go ahead and do that now. Let's see, I have to go like this. I'm going to try it without the webcam today and just see how it works. Okay. So you guys can see what I see. Anyway, before I forget to mention it, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, especially if you're a fan of the show or series. Donations, Venmo, Stormer Show are much appreciated. That's STORMERSHOW. Please make sure you're spelling correctly and not sending your donations to some random other person on the internet. If you are going to send a donation to this date, to my knowledge, Denominator is the only person who's ever donated to the show. And I'm like an elephant, I still to this day have not forgotten that $5 donation. So I say it all the time. Thank you, Denominator. I don't know if he still watches the show, but I think like I posted on my Twitch page, my regularly scheduled program is on YouTube now, Stormer Show. So for anyone and everyone who enjoyed the show, back on Twitch, we're live on YouTube now, and by we I mean me. But anyway, without further ado, let me dive back in. I have to remember what server we're on, Area 52, I believe. I hope this full population doesn't prevent me from logging in. You know, I'm thinking I might have a queue or something to get through on days when it's particularly busy. I need to kind of slow down sometimes when I talk to make sure I'm pronouncing things correctly. Because words like regularly, particularly can get confused and befuddled when I'm trying to speak quickly. I think if I slow down, it helps in my articulation. Particularly. What was the other one? Peculiarly, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, here's our Horde character. Like I said, if you'd like to see me play Horde, I have a High Mountain Tauren Death Knight that I'm thinking about leveling Kill Moo Kill. And we might consider leveling him here on the show. If it is something you'd like to see, by all means let me know in the comments, because otherwise the name of the game is for us to be leveling our sweet girl Disco here. And I think I might actually spend some time leveling up the heirloom gear off stream. Like, as you can see from my heirloom gear, it only goes up to level 39. And so to make it last all the way until level 60, I need to upgrade the heirloom gear. And I believe it's like 5,000 gold a piece. Yeah, pretty expensive. But it's well worth it. If you look at the heirloom gear, it reduces the rate at which rest experience is consumed. Maybe it'd be a good idea to get the 6 set, heirloom necklace or heirloom ring. I don't know. I don't have it. I have to buy it. Increases out of combat regeneration. Maybe not, because I thought heirloom gear actually increased experience gain. Like, I thought that was the case, but I guess it just reduces the rate at which rest is what's the word they used? Consumed? The rate at which rest is used up is reduced with heirloom gear. Yeah, and I thought it directly increased the experience gain that you had. Like, increased your experience gain by 50%, but maybe they changed it at some point. Like, I thought it did exactly what the Winds of Wisdom did.
What's on your mind?
But maybe they changed it or something. Okay, we want to get, I believe, mining and engineering. Cooking we want to get, I think we already got it, right? Yeah, we already got it.
Safe travels. You got my attention.
See, here's the rogue trainer. I believe the warlock trainer is down here, if I'm not mistaken.
How are ya?
Oh yeah, let me move my laptop a little bit closer to me so it's easier for me to reach the WASD keys. Those will be key, but for me to control my character. And I'm going to be getting some new gaming glasses. I'm hoping that those computer glasses help reduce my eye strain, because one thing I found recently when I was playing video games, World of Warcraft particularly, for a significant amount of time, what happens is my eyes get tired. I'm not someone who gets headaches from playing for long periods of time, but I am someone who gets eye fatigue. Like my eyes will get physically tired. Like I have to give them breaks, flush them with water kind of thing to prevent them from feeling tired. Like they actually feel tired. Let's see, what's the name of the game here? Beer-basted boar ribs.
What can I do for ya?
Do I need to get the ribs first? Tender bull ribs. The local trapper who used to bring me supplies enlisted King's army to help with the war on the Alliance front. You bring me some boar ribs and a Rhapsody malt from the tavern, I'll give you a family recipe. So I believe I need to buy them in the tavern, if I'm not mistaken. And we already have another warlock, by the way, Skirm on Killer Jiden. Level 50 Blood Elf Warlock. I was planning on having him be my Destruction Warlock, but I have made him Demonology again. I just prefer playing Demonology Warlock, straight up. Okay, Rhapsody Malt and the Bull Ribs.
Here there.
Who would have those?
What can I do for you?
General Supplies? Tailoring, I see.
See you soon. Great to meet you.
Actually, no.
Hi. Off with you.
I don't know. Does it say? I guess you're supposed to farm them. I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. Today's episode will probably be between 1 and 2 hours long. Hard to say, really. The time is 8:41, so maybe I do some math. 10:30. Wait. Maybe about 10 o'clock is where we'll wrap up for today. And I'm planning on focusing on leveling in BFA to make it easier for me to unlock the allied races, even though I really do wish Blizzard will at some point just make them available to play as. I think I referenced that in one of yesterday's episodes. Have you had your fill of Keranos so soon? Are you ready to leave for another city? This is Grimlock's list. I'll have to get this to Ironforge, eh? For a small fee I could put you on the back of one of my griffins. Take it there, how does that sound? Ride to Ironforge. For just a few coins, one of my griffins will take you to Ironforge. From there, deliver Grimlock's list to Gronar Bolotau. You'll find him deep in the mountain mining guilds. That's in the Great Forge district of Ironforge, which is right where my griffin will drop you off. Speak to me again when we're ready for the journey.
Be good.
The question of the day is, do I make that my hearth? I actually don't know. Because it's all the way over here, right? It's going to make it harder for me to complete these quests. So maybe I should hold off on that until I complete at least a few of these quests. Because it will make it harder for me to get back to the quest hub, which is Keranos right now. Okay, let me see if I can complete this quest. I believe the boars are what I need to take out. And based on what it says on the map, yeah, I don't know what they did with the map. The map used to be helpful in telling you where things were, quest-wise. Looks like someone's already helping themselves to the boars. Let's send him away. Isn't that cool? Okay, here's one. Now we got a couple of them. Yeah, it looks like. Let's take them both on. And he's already down. Okay, here he comes again. Here's a corruption for you. I'm forgetting I have curse weakness to use too. It hardly seems like I need to because these guys are dying so fast. They almost don't have a chance. Here, I'll start with that. I'm with them. Yeah, attack him. Attack him. Shadow Bolt. Whatever you gotta do. Okay, that guy's down. Where was that board? Okay, here it is. Sounds like I've spent so much time killing Yetis. I also don't even think you need the Curse of Weakness because it only reduces attack time by 20%. Yep, there they are. Okay. You don't even really need it. One thing I found out recently is that your tunes, your alts, can work together to unlock armor sets. So what I mean by that is I have two hunters right now, as you can tell, Farron and Smork. And any set pieces that Smork unlocks, from let's just say like Naxxramas, Farron also has it unlocked on him. I also have a Druid Isma, for example. Isma recently got the tier 1 helmet. Any Druid tunes that I create from here on this account will have access to that transmog, the tier 1 helmet. I just think that's really cool. And it's, I think, a good decision on the part of the development team because it incentivizes alts. Right? It makes it more likely that people will try making alts because you'll be able to play in the armor that you want. I think that's really cool, right? And again, it gives players more options for gameplay, which, as I've said before, is what the development team should go for in as many cases as possible. Give people more options. It's a role-playing game. Players are going to want unique ways of playing the game. They're going to want to play the way they want to play. And one way of promoting that is by giving players the options to choose their armor sets. The malt's brewed, the boars are dead, and before all is done and anything said, we'll have to fight for first dibs on these savory beer-basted boar ribs.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Is that a rhyme? Let's see, where is it? It's over here, right? Cooking, where is it? I actually don't know. I thought I had it. Oh, it's on a second screen, that's why. I can make roasted boar meat. Wow. Okay. These must come later. Let's try making this. I need some fire. Will that fire over there work? If not, I believe there's one in the let's try it out. Yeah, I think professions are one of those things where they could just cut it out of the game entirely, you know, it'd still be a great game. I don't think professions are key to enjoying the game at all whatsoever. I mean, just look at Dark Souls and Elden Ring, for that matter. Like, you do not need professions at all for it to be a great game. We're heading to our next quest. I think I'm actually going to change the armor. I think Dreadness looks cool, but I've got cooler looking armor sets. But as you can tell from the heirloom gear as well, it also is much stronger than the quest gear I get and the dungeon gear I get because it scales. Whereas in like 5 levels, okay, we're level 8 already. I gain experience from discovering the Shimmer Edge, 125, so that boosted me up until level 8. And I learned how to health funnel to my pet. Sacrifices 25% of my health to heal the summon demon for twice as much, over 4.8 seconds. This is going to be, I think, more useful when I have, like, Voidwalker. When my demon is specifically tanking. Or Felguard, for that matter. I'm planning on leveling this character's demonology as well. Let's see, what was I going to say? But what I was saying was, in 5 levels, this Vibro Knife might be easily replaced by something that requires level 13 to use, for example. It might have better stats. Whereas when I'm using heirloom gear, my heirloom gear automatically scales to level 8, level 10, level 13, whatever level I am is what the item stats are. So it makes it less likely you'll need to rely on upgrades to stay competitive. How do I get over here? Shimmer Edge, it's not clear how I get in, right? Guess I gotta just start walking around. Working on Perfect Stout and Frostmane Aggression. Those are the 2 next quests we have. Once I'm able to do dungeons, I think I'll do dungeons as well. Okay, here we go. Okay, use Tagdus. I could fear him to prevent him from attacking me, but the only problem with fear is that it might break on damage. And honestly, it's not really necessary, right? These guys are dying so fast that you really don't need to fear. You actually don't need to. Gotta fix my dang posture. Crunched over. See, like, I don't know. I wonder about corruption even. Like, do I even need to corrupt? Because the corruption doesn't really have a chance to tick. Like, I might be able to get it to tick on these guys. Like, watch this. See, I'm doing it, like, I'm moving it. And he's down. So that was the case scenario when we saw corruption doing a lot. Because I was against multiple mobs and I was giving corruption a chance to tick on them. Whenever I'm soloing, like going against one guy with these shadow bolts, like look at that, they just melt. Okay, we've got to keep going on these guys. We have a lot more snow striders to get down. Okay, then I go like this, right away corruption. What's nice is that it also flags the imp to attack that target. Like watch, when I corrupt this one, the imps should start attacking. There he goes. So on, with him set to assist, as soon as I attack these targets, my imp will default to attacking them. See? So now he's on this one. He got knocked down there, which canceled down my corruption cast. Okay, 2 more seers. There's one now. Corrupting. Okay, I think that's all we had to do. Alright, now watch. I want to get back to Keranos to complete the quest. My Hearthstone is set to Keranos, so all I have to do is pop my Hearth and I'll be back at the quest zone. Okay. I'll end up things when that happens. Kind of annoying, actually. Anyway, where was I? It'll save me having to backtrack to Keranos. I can basically teleport back. Behold. See, I'm already back. Which is why I'm saving that Ironforge quest, because
I've the finest wares in
if
the
I
land.
make Ironforge my capital, it's going to make it slightly harder for me to get back. Because I'm gonna, when I do my Hearthstone, it will take me back to Ironforge. As I'm leveling, I think that would be the play, because I can use Ironforge. I'm wondering, like, which would be better. Are there portals in Ironforge? That's the $1 million question. Or are all the portals in Stormwind? I'm actually not sure about that. If the portals are in Stormwind, I can put my Hearth to Stormwind, and then I can easily get around using Stormwind's portals. While I'm leveling, those portals can make it easier to get around. Do you have that shimmer weed? I almost have a batch of stout ready to brew, and I want to try throwing the weed in with this mixture. Great. I can't wait to use these in some of my recipes. There's one in particular I think it'll work great. I believe not even better than what I was already using. It might be a higher item level, but the stats themselves still haven't changed. It's just such a low level. We should be able to focus our efforts on the rest of the trolls to the east, but there's still the matter of the Wendigos and Grizzled Den. Culling the Wendigos. The Wendigos in Grizzled Den to the southwest of town have long been a thorn in our side. Never quite been strong enough to threaten Keranos directly, yet they prey on travelers, mountaineer patrols, and supply convoys. I'm going to be withdrawing my observers from the Grizzled Den because I need them on the troll front. Could you help my men finish culling the Wendigo population? Without strength of our numbers, they won't be able to attack us. Forced to watch from afar, the Cataclysm drove the Trogs to the surface in hordes, forcing the Frostmane trolls to flee for their lives. Unfortunately, they decided to sail right on our doorstep and make trouble for us. I deployed Mountaineer Dunstan and his squad to the Grizzled Den just southwest of town to keep an eye on the Wendigos that live there. But now I need to recall them to Keranos. Find them and tell them to deploy those remote observation bots to the gnomes provided, then return to Keranos.
Well met.
There's no substitute for live observers. I need the Mountaineers here, but I can rely on those little gnomes observer bots for now. Alright, found me an upgrade. With those Frostmanes making trouble to the east, the Wendigos have sensed our weakness and grown bolder in the raids. One of our 4 most recent supply wagons has made it here safely. The Wendigos made off with the rest, stashing it in the Grizzled Den, a cave southwest of town. If you were willing to go down there and recover the stolen supplies, you'd have the gratitude of all the townspeople and Mountaineers defending Keranos.
Keeping your feet on the ground.
I was actually already going there anyway, thanks to this quest I just got. And at level 10, a lot of stuff is going to unlock. Like, we're going to get mounts, we're going to get talents, dungeons will be available at level 10. Like, you're going to see how much of the game is going to be unlocked once we get level 10. And Kill Moo Kill is already level 10, so we're going to jump right in to all that. We don't actually have the means of using these beer-based boar ribs yet, because we're not level 10 in our cooking. Does it say what level we are? Are we level 2? Nope, we're still level 1. Even after making that boar meat. Wow. Wow. That wasn't even worth a level. So yeah, I might just put this in the bank. Okay, so is it over here? I actually don't know. It says they're below. How do I get down there? What in the devil? Oh, this is the way back to Tinkertown. So there must be a cave entrance somewhere around here. Another good thing about the heirlooms you're going to see is that when I transmog the heirloom set, because they scale, I'm going to be able to hold on to that look. I don't have to keep spending money to upgrade my upgraded items, you know? I've already decided I'm going to try to keep the entire set. The entire set of, where's my mind? The entire Warlock set. Let's go ahead and attack them both. Free experience, basically. We might even get some wolf meat from these guys, and I can use that to level up my cooking. Yep, there's some now. Streaming wolf meat. Okay, we got another troublemaker over here. Take him out. These red mobs will attack me. These yellow mobs, as you can see, Crag Boar. Yellow means it will only attack you if you attack it. For these red mobs, like these wolves and yetis, that means they will attack you unprovoked, as long as you're within their aggro range. And the lower the difference between your level and the level of the mob, the easier it will be for them to aggro you. So I'm level 8. These level 8 mobs, I will aggro them pretty easily. When I get higher in level, like let's say I'm level 20, the aggro radius of these mobs will be much lower. So what that means is I can walk much closer to them without worrying about them attacking. Okay, some levelers. I think all this is going to be pretty easy. Okay. They've killed all of the yetis. That's bad. We actually need those to complete the quest. When he goes. Okay, here we go. Attack him. Shut up, bull. Okay, he's no longer with us. Yeah, I'm trying it without the webcam up. Let me know in the comments if you have a preference either way. I do like the convenience of having like this Zach Scott setup where I have audio only. And I think Crander's had it too. I think it is more convenient in some ways because you don't really have to worry about what you look like, right? Like, I can roll out of bed and do the stream. Whereas when I'm streaming with my webcam up, it's... Okay, here's another Warlock. Dwarf Warlock? Yep, wow. Back in the day, dwarves couldn't even be Warlocks. Please... Oh my gosh. That is kind of annoying. I really hate when they have that... It's not shared, you know? That's kind of annoying.
No. Safe travels.
Okay, we got one more to grab. Okay, we're good now. We don't have to compete anymore for those limited resource.
Great to meet you.
Okay, we got a bad guy. Okay, here's another. I believe there's something else. There's another mountaineer in here. Just have to get to him. I believe he's back and to the right, I believe. Yeah, with this setup, all I have to do is worry about providing commentary. But if you would like to see me with webcam up, I mean, it's fine either way. You'll be able to see me, my reactions, what I'd look like. And just let me know in the comments below. It's not too hard to do.
What's on your mind?
Didn't even have a chance to attack that time. His enemy melted. I wonder if there's anything else in here. Like, this seems like the kind of place where there would be, like, a special enemy or something. My Hearthstone's still not up as well, by the way. I kind of just want to scout over here. I know it'll be harder to leave, though. That's the only problem. Wendigos. Oh, look at that. Eden the Howler. Look at that rare mob right there. I knew it. Did I not say there was something here? Yeah, Eden the Howler. He's a rare Yeti. You can tell he's rare with this silver dragon around his portrait. And what that means is that this is a rare enemy, Eden the Howler. And that usually means they'll have a respawn timer or a spawn timer. These mobs are harder to find and less common than these other ones. And what rare also means is that typically they'll have special loot. So this guy might have either a special item or something special that'll give us when we take him out. So we're gonna go ahead and engage him. Sometimes these rare mobs will be harder to kill. Level 9, so he did give us a level. Yep, see it. Imbued Infantry Cloak. It is... I kind of want to check the auction house for this just to see what it's worth. We haven't actually collected the appearance for it yet. So we might want to try it out. I do notice it is slotted for strength though, and the problem with that is that it's probably not gonna, yeah, it's definitely not gonna be better than our Blood Moon Cloak. Guaranteed. The only reason we would use this is to get the transmog. Transmog means appearance. The appearances are nice because you can use them. You can use them on any piece of gear. So, for example, all of these, like Nemesis Skullcap, I could transmog onto my Tattered Dreadmist hood, and it will look like this. I'll look like I'm wearing a tier 2 helmet. Darn, some of these are level gated, sadly. I was really looking forward, like this is a cool hood, and I was looking forward to doing this one. I have to be level 10 or higher to do that one though. Like there are some really cool looking helmets for Warlock. Goodness gracious. But yeah, all of those appearances you see are known as transmogs in this game, and they can be used to change the appearance of certain armor pieces. We got Drain Life. It drains life from the target, causing 49 shadow damage over 4.8 seconds. Perhaps more importantly, it heals me for 500% of the damage done. So whenever I'm dying, this can quite helpfully heal me. Which is quite good for Warlock because Warlock only had health stones for healing before that. And now I've got 2 sources of healing. So it's even less likely that I'll die. And I would say that healing is probably more important for Affliction and Destruction, particularly because the demons are not as strong. Typically as a Warlock, you're going to be using demons to hold aggro. See, like the Imp's taking damage here, which is why you have Health Funnel. That's going to be even more so the case when you have Voidwalker to take the hits. Voidwalker is a demon specifically designed to tank hits for you. But what I'm trying to say is your demons are going to be less resilient if you're not Demonology spec, if you're not talented for Demonology. And as a result, you're going to be taking more hits. And your demon is going to die faster. So sources of healing, like the Health Stone, Drain Life, like watch, I'm going to heal. See, I'm healing my Imp. But healing the Imp does damage to me. Which is part of the... See, and then I can use the Health Stone to heal. The damage to me is part of the drawback of Health Funnel. So I'd say it's not quite as versatile as Mentat for Hunter. It's pretty easy. We can't teleport back again because we, simply put, we don't have... Our Hearthstone is still on cooldown. 14 minutes remain before we can Hearth again. Which means we gotta hoof it back to Keranos. Luckily, Keranos is pretty close. Yeah, I think Stormwind is the unofficial capital of the Alliance.
How are you? What can I do?
Much like
for you?
Orgrimmar for the Horde, even though I think Orgrimmar is the official capital of the Horde. You find any missing supplies? Well done, Disco. The Mountaineers will be glad to hear that half rations are at an end. They'll need all the strength to continue fighting in the Frostmains.
Safe travels.
Yeah, let's put them on. Now that you've dealt with one ghost, we should be able to focus our efforts on the Frostmain trolls to the east. Thank you for your help. Our forces are deployed thinly these days. 3 Mountaineers could be the difference between defending Keranos and being overrun. Most of the Mountaineers and steam tanks in Dunmoreau are battling along the Frostmain front, which is approaching us from the southeast. We can barely hold the trolls back, let alone advance into the village and take on their leader. They block our path of approach with mysterious totems that choke the Mountaineers who come in range, leaving the victims helpless against their enemies. The stone is inscribed with the rune of fire. It should be able to destroy totems and free all Mountaineers. See, both of these are better. I think I might take the staff, though. Okay, we got another quest over here.
How are you? Can I help you?
Operation Recombobulation. I should go back to Number again and continue searching for a cure for irradiated gnomes. I stayed behind in Keranos because the town is my home and I want to help defend it from the Frostmain attacks. Excuse me. I've been working on maintaining and repairing the steam tanks. For some reason, Frostmain scavengers have taken a liking to the gyromechanic gears that I need to complete the repairs. They're all over the Frostmain front to the southeast of town. We help me get the gears back.
Off and away. Hi, you're a tall one.
Sure.
What's on your mind? Hi.
She only helps hunter pets. Dates.
You got my attention.
Yeah, you can see we're no longer rested. Rested would mean we gain more than normal experience for monsters. So right now we're getting 100% of experience for monsters. I believe that rest is the reason why we log off in inns and capital cities. But all rest does is make it faster to level at the end of the day. Most of your experience when you're leveling is going to come from, yes, monsters, but also completion quests and dungeon bonuses. Let's try to steal this kill. We're not actually stealing it, by the way, we're just tagging them off. She can help us. So we're kind of working together on this. which is nice because it makes it easier for me to take these out. And yeah.
Welcome.
Okay, we're supposed to do that to them. Okay, we got bad guys. Blast them. Blast them down. Okay, we got an enemy. Okay, let corruption do its thing. See, right now we're taking a lot of damage, and so is the imp. The imp isn't really designed to tank. I think the imp is just getting aggro because of how much damage it's dealing with the firebolts. But yeah, the imp is not designed to tank. In actuality, it's simply designed to increase your damage output. That's the practical function of the imp. I'd say different demons have different functionalities. In olden days, the imp gave a passive buff to the entire party, known as Blood Pact. And because of that, warlocks were somewhat sought after in group compositions because they would increase your resilience. Back in the day, you can even talent into improved Blood Pact to further increase the health bonus that imps grant. So imp was, I believe, the preferred pet for raiding warlocks. I need to keep getting gears. I believe these guys drop the gears, right? Am I thinking of that correctly? Oh, was it? Oh, it's the scavengers that drop the gears. Okay, alright. Yikes. I think we should kill all these. Okay, this might be a time when we want to do the fear. See if he's running. You see, the damage broke the fear. Okay, on the next enemy, we might want to try the Great Life. But we don't necessarily need to. Sure. Oh, dang it. He's already dead. Whoops. But yeah, you can see we're getting use out of the Hellstone, so that's great. We'll try it on this guy. Well, actually we don't need to, we're full health already. Just destroyed. Probably the best thing about the heirloom gear is it makes you much stronger. Like you're actually stronger than if you were to be leveling up without it. I don't see any other scavengers. I might aggro this guy. Yep, he's attacking. Let's go ahead and tag this guy. Oh, he's evading. What the? I think we'll get. We don't even really need to worry that much about attacking with our dagger. I think the reason I use the dagger is because it's fast, right? It does do damage. It doesn't take near as much time to Shadow Bolt, and sometimes you don't even really need the Shadow Bolt damage. Like what I'm saying is the corruption does so much damage on its own that you don't really need to worry about Shadow Bolting. Finally, some good news from the Frostmate front. All the Mountaineers pressed their attack immediately. Now we must signal our gnomish allies at Steel Grove to start their advance. I think I'll try to do voices to add to the series, but yeah. Sometimes.
Use that yet.
What? Oh, it's leather. Sorry. I was like, what? What?
Hey,
Engineering is what I want to do. Oh, okay. You can actually train me. Nice.
alrighty then.
And let's see, for engineering, that's the thing. Do I want mining? Because I believe this stuff that you find is stuff that you get through mining. Like, you get rough stones through mining. Let's go ahead and get it.
Be seeing you.
Can he teach me
Have a
about
great day now.
I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what. Oh, I was gonna say archaeology. Can he train me in archaeology? Looks like he can't, though. And yeah, I can't train in tailoring. I used to have tailoring and engineering, but
Hey,
what you'll find with, if you were to go with tailoring engineering, is that you need to spend gold to level up your engineering, because engineering uses materials that you can only get from mining. So if you go for tailoring, you'll be able to use up the linen that you get
interest you on a pint?
to make different things.
Need assistance? Pleased to
But
meet you.
in the case of engineering, you'll have to fuel it with
Can
either
I help you?
materials you buy from the auction house from people who have mining, or get mining yourself. So by getting mining, that kind of helps me limit some of those expenses. These pilots can't wait to get back into their steam tanks and take to the field again. Let's not let them down. These gears are perfect. 2 tank pilots are well on their way to being back in flight.
Alrighty then.
There we go. Learn to ride, level 10. It's time for you to learn how to ride. Seek out Benji Feather Whistle at the Steel Grills Depot in Demeraux. Don't forget to buy your mount while you're there. Find Benji Feather Whistle and learn how to ride a mount. Now, Warlocks are special because back in the days, Warlocks and Paladins were the only 2 classes that didn't actually have to buy mounts. They were able to train Fell Steeds and Dread Steeds in the course of Warlocks, and Chargers in the case of Paladins. So I may not even have to buy a mount as a Warlock. Help from Steel Grills Depot. With your help, we managed to push toward Frostmane's retreat. Our forces will soon be in position to dwindle down Frostmane troll reserves, leaving their village open to attack. That's where the Numrigan Covert Ops team comes in. Their technicians have figured out a way to deploy operatives behind enemy lines that are alert to the Frostmane store presence. Head to Steel Grills Depot, just northeast of town, and I'll speak with Delbert Cranktoggle. He'll tell you more about it. Okay, and that this thing would be good to put on here as well, because this is another source of healing that backs up the health stone. Specialization, I already said we're going to choose Demo. Even though my original disco is Affliction, but I don't think I leveled Affliction, I think I leveled Demonology, if I remember correctly. Corruption, Agony, Sea Corruption, Dark Lair. I think maybe it would be more a nostalgic leveling up Affliction, because we would get Agony again, Curse of Agony. Interestingly, they don't even call it Agony. They don't even call it Curse of Agony, they just call it Agony. So it must have changed the name. Yeah, Agony used to be an actual curse. I think I'll stop streaming today at about 10 o'clock. And I might stream again tomorrow. This game, I'm still not sure. Yep, summon Voidwalker. They don't even give us the option of summoning Imp anymore. Looks like everything else is pretty much the same. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I try leveling Affliction as my Warlock? Calls down a meteor full of wild imps which burst forth to attack the target. Deals up to 28 Shadow Flame damage on impact to all enemies within 8 yards. The target summons 3 wild imps based on soul shards consumed. Maybe I will try Affliction. If we go Demonology, we get Master Demonologist. Increases damage done by demons by 11.6%. See, that's what I'm talking about when I say Demonologists have increased resilience on their pets. Wow, I can't even summon a Demonic Tyrant until level 58. That's level 2, I guess. Wow. I don't know, I kind of like Affliction. With Affliction, I should be reading this too, sorry. Master of Shadow Magic who specializes in drains and damage over time spells. So back in the day, you'd be able to actually increase the damage of your Curse of Agony by talenting into Affliction, among other benefits and bonuses. Whereas Demonology is a commander of demons who twists the souls of her army into devastating power. Also known as the Demon Spec. So this is where you specialize in demons. Demonologists are the only ones who can summon Felguards. And I might show you guys some, just so you can see what the Felguard's like. Felguard's basically like a stronger Voidwalker, is how I describe it. Like, he might not be more resilient than the Voidwalker, but he can do more damage, and he also has access to a Whirlwind ability, which will make it easier in some cases to clear out packs of mobs. And that is something that Affliction Warlocks do not have access to. Okay, I see, it's just 2 different buttons. Go ahead. Okay, we want to go... Smell Copper. Do I even need a pick anymore? I don't know, actually.
What can I get for you today?
Okay, the Vibro Knife. Okay. Stringy Wolf Meat. We might be able to actually cook that. All the Warlock gear I think I'm going to keep. I'm not going to sell it just yet.
Here there.
Let's see. Professions. Cooking. Yep, we can make 2 wolf meat. So let's go ahead and do it. And I think I will try Voidwalker just so you guys can see what it's like. Voidwalkers are pretty cool. Summon a Voidwalker under your command, able to withstand heavy punishment. Yeah, Voidwalkers are the tanks of your demon army. And they are quite cool.
I don't like this place.
I don't like this place. Send me back. Yeah, he wants to go back to the Twisting Nether. Nice, level 4. John Gak. Yeah, his damage is relatively low, but his resilience is high. And what you'll find is he has abilities that support his survivability and abilities that gain threat. Threat means the likelihood that a mob will attack this guy. Again, he's a tanky demon. He doesn't deal as much damage as perhaps the imp, but he can take a beating. Whereas Felguard is like a Voidwalker that does decent damage. He's got an axe, he does pretty good damage, and like I said, he does also have a whirlwind ability. So your demon is going to make up a much bigger chunk of your damage as a demonologist. Versus Affliction Warlock, my demon's main function is going to be either holding aggro or supplementing my damage in the case of the imp.
Need assistance?
Don't forget to buy your mount while you're here. Well, he's right over there.
Be seeing you.
Do I even need to, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, mounts... what? Oh, you have to get the skill. I see. The apprentice writing skill.
Off and away. Need assistance?
My guess is you're the one who sells the skill. Is that right? Help from Stilgar's depot. You must be the gnome that Captain Thurred said he'd be sending. I've already used the deploy trying to get most of the covert op teams in a position at Frostmane Retreat. They're waiting on your arrival. Ultra-safe personnel launcher. The Cataclysm has brought our enemies closer to home, so the chief of Gnome Brigade Covert Operations asked me to build a device to dispatch personnel quickly and quietly to any corner of Dunmurrow. Behold, the ultra-safe personnel launcher! The jolt of electricity, the benefit of a VLD parachute system, that's a very late deployment for you laymen. This baby will get you to the front in no time. Just hop aboard and prepare for flight. Slamp, Albacog will be waiting for you in the drop zone.
Off and away. Hi, how are you? Interesting.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, it's you. It's you, it's always you. I'll be able to train me up to journeyman riding at level 20. But there will also be a corresponding riding trainer in Ironforge and Stormwind as well. Alright, giddy up, nice.
Interesting.
So now we have access to these. These other ones require level 17.
Very well then.
Okay, we're going to want to go for Warlock flavor. We actually can choose Fellsteed or Dreadsteed. We have access to both of them, so I believe I'll have both. Let's see, where should I put them? Here? Yeah, sure. Corrupted by demonic power and once forced to serve the Shadow Council. This used to be the mount that Warlocks got at level 40. Way back in the day. And at level 60, they had a special quest to unlock the Dreadsteed. I've already got it. It craves only fell energy, not apples. It hates the seeds. I used to have to do a quest to get this, but I've already got it on my other Warlock, so I already have access to it by adding the fact that I have riding skill. Use the launcher to deploy to Frostmane Retreat. Where is the launcher? Is this it? Yes, it is. And you'll be able to see firsthand the damage of Agony. Agony's light corruption. It deals damage over time. And like I said, it used to be a curse like Curse of Weakness. It used to take the place of the two. And I guess they changed it over time so Agony is not considered a curse. So you could have Curse of Weakness and Agony up on the same target at the same time. Yeah, you'd almost always prefer to have Agony on your target because it just dealt so much of your damage. And I believe back in the day, Agony also wasn't an Affliction Warlock only spell. All Warlocks could use Curse of Agony. But Affliction Locks had a much stronger Agony. Curse of Agony.
Pleased to meet you.
And yeah, it was one of your main spells as a Warlock leveling up. Let's just say Personnel Launcher. Don't worry, the feelings of being zapped won't stay with you for more than a few minutes. All in all, it's not a bad way to get where you're going. That parachute system needs some work, though. Rarely deployment indeed, sometimes too late. Anyway, we have a mission to carry out.
Right. You have a great day now.
Do I really want to do these, or would I rather... That's the thing, I might not do this. I might try to do... I guess I could finish out this area.
Greetings.
I think I'm gonna prioritize BFA content. Like I said, to try to get the allied races. I believe I can. At least I hope I can. Tides
What can I do for you?
So I'm going to complete this quest right to Ironforge. This is what the Dread Steed looks like, as you guys can see. It's a lot snappier. And the speed of the mount itself won't change until I level up and increase my corresponding riding skill.
Up.
Inflicts increasing agony on the target, causing up to 54 shadow damage over 18 seconds. Damage starts low and increases over the duration. It's refreshing. Refreshing agony maintains its current damage level. So I want to keep it up when once it's maxed.
Interest you on a pint?
Oh, we haven't even got this. Wow, didn't know that.
Let's get her back.
We're gonna put it on. Does that count? Oh wait. I think we're good on that.
Hey, good.
Hi, how are you?
You gotta be careful. I don't have that much gold.
You have a great day now. How are you?
Okay. So we want to find the bank. Way back in the day, the bank used to be over here, I believe. Let's see if it's still there.
Well met.
I actually leveled up a couple Alliance characters in Classic. Paladin, originally, Let, and Disco, the Gnome Warlock. Okay, military ward. I have to be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Yeah, I believe it's over here, but I'll be right back. You guys can enjoy the sounds of Ironforge. might take a break from piano today too. Maybe tomorrow. It's just so hard finding time for piano, especially on days like today where it's like I went to the art museum, I went to play volleyball, I went shopping. I got a lot on my plate today and I'm just tired, you know? Just don't feel like playing piano. I figure I can always play it tomorrow, you know, still experience growth. Often my piano teacher says, every day, but I don't think that's absolutely critical. It won't be the end of the world if you're not practicing every single day. You might experience slower growth, but I mean, I'm a 31-year-old man at this point, you know, like, I'm not gonna be the next Mozart, or, yeah, I'm not gonna be the next Beethoven. There's a transmogrify right there. I might have a chance to use it. Darn, I don't have the entire set. And I didn't see the helmet. Even though it said level 10, right?
What's on your mind?
Okay, so we want to put in our Warlock stuff. All of our original stuff that we had. And the imbued infantry, we may want to see if we can sell this actually on the auction house. Primarily because some people maybe want to pay a little bit extra for this because it does have an appearance. Not to mention strength. I doubt anyone's going to use it for leveling up. Most people are probably going to use it for the transmog, but it might be worth a penny or two for the transmog. 6 gold. Is it really worth it for that amount? I don't think so, actually. I think I'm actually just going to use it. Well, okay, yeah, this I should create. But yeah, this I think I should just use and sell. 6 gold is not going to make that big of a difference.
What's on your mind? Great to meet you.
Our cooking is still level 1. Miraculously. After cooking several things, our cooking level is still level 1. I almost can't believe that. There used to be a salesperson in here.
What's on your mind?
Okay. So, these, do some organizing. Okay. Once we get up enough gold, we're going to want to buy us some bags. Bags are a bit... I mean, they're crucial, because bags are going to help you carry things, which you can then use to sell. You can then sell things. For about 1,000 gold, you can buy 4 bags of the latest. Is it 30? I think it is 30. 30 slot bags. This is a 6 slot bag for comparison's sake, and that should give you an idea of how much extra stuff you can carry. You'll be able to see it visually once I actually get the bags in. It'll show you. I think showing you is much better than telling you. Okay, I believe this is what I do.
An urgent war council is underway. Your presence is requested in Stormwind Keep.
Yeah, I think it might make sense actually to make Stormwind the capital. Because the portals aren't here, I believe, in Ironforge. Might be wrong about that, but I've not seen it. Yeah, this is where I would like to go. We can complete this quest just, you know, to complete it, but we're actually trying to go to Stormwind.
Well met. What can I do
Let
for
me
you?
make Stormwind the Hearth first. Because by doing it that way, I'm going to save myself a trip. Here's Human Death Knight. She looks pretty cool. A lot of level 60s. So. Okay, it's here, right? Yeah, it is.
What can I get for you today?
Okay, what can I do for you, my lady? The list of Grimlock's best pupils. I have a batch of honorary cleavers ready to go. I just need to engrave the names of the students. Here are the honorary cleavers for Grimlock students. If you've already been to Keranos, then you should catch a griffin back there. Take the cleavers to our Griffin Master, Griff Durden, and speak with him about a ride back to Keranos.
Be good. What can I do for you?
Mining supplies. So you don't even need to have it equipped anymore, you can just mine. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting those glasses. I should have already had them, actually. Very strangely, Amazon wasn't able to complete the delivery, which almost never happens. Like, I've had, like, I don't know, something, like, over 24 things delivered to this address, and this was the first time something was not delivered. Yeah, I was really looking forward to getting those glasses, because
What can I do?
it's going to make it easier for me to stream for longer. Like, if I have time off, like I do this week, I could stream for, like, 4 or 5 hours. Heck, maybe someday I might build up to a 24-hour stream, especially if I think that the demand is out there and the viewership is out there, but, yeah, with those glasses, I could stream potentially for longer without needing to take breaks. I know I should still take breaks, but I think the glasses will improve my eye health when I am on the computer, and that I think is the important thing. As long as you've already been to Keranos and spoken to Brola and Galebeard, you can take one of my griffins back. Buy Griffin to Keranos from this guy, bring the cleavers.
Say that.
It won't automatically send me back, right? And yeah, now I just mount up anytime I gotta go somewhere. Makes it a lot faster. But yeah, I don't see any point to making my hearth in Ironforge because there are no portals in Ironforge. So why would you? But as you can see, the entire city, the entire capital is a rest capital. It's a rest zone, so you're going to be resting the entire time. Which is also part of the reason you set your hearth in Stormwind. Where is it? Oh. Why can't I see it? Oh, there it is. That's what I'm going to go for. And I don't know. Maybe I will go for Felhar Horns, but what I was saying earlier is, so all of these are the transmog sets, right? So this one's already complete. I've completed it on my alts, my Blood Elf character, so I'll have this entire set available to me. But once Disco's high enough in level, she'll also be able to help farm for these sets. Like, if I were to get the Nemesis robes on Disco, my Blood Elf character would also have the robes available to use for transmog. Okay, we find ourselves in Stormwind. Stormwind is great for a few different reasons. Number one, it's practically the capital of the Alliance. Number two, what you'll find, it has amazing music. Like, just listen to that music. Isn't that amazing? Like, this is the reason to come to Stormwind. Among the other reasons, which is faster travel. You can see we're resting. Like, Stormwind's just great. And practically everything that you can do in Ironforge you can do in Stormwind. So, like, they have an auction house, they have a bank, they've got a place for transmogs.
You need something?
This will pretty much kick off the battle for Azeroth.
Everyone is here. What news do you bring,
Storyline.
Master?
Recently, Horde agents broke into the stockades and freed 2 Zandalari prisoners. A princess and a prophet.
And where? What of the 8 warships we sent in pursuit?
Only one returned. Survivors say they encountered strange and terrifying magics. And a massive Zandalari fleet.
Impossible! It's one of Sylvanas' tricks! It has to be.
Jaina, perhaps you could help us see what this survivor has witnessed.
It's a simple enough spell, provided the subject is cooperative. Show us. Show us what happened.
I've actually already done this, so I'm not sure why they're having me do it again. But this will give us access to the Battle for Azeroth content, which will give us access in turn to allied races for the Alliance, which is why we're doing this. And I might play through it again just so we all have a chance to see it. But yeah, this is
Horde makes
BFA.
allies of the Zandalari. We won't have the power to stop them.
Then we
BFA,
must make allies of our own.
aka Battle for
My
Azeroth
people
content.
command the most powerful navy in all of Azeroth.
All I do
I could
for
bring
Gilnet.
Kultiras back into the Alliance.
Greetings, friend.
You're the reason they left the Alliance.
The Lord have forced her hand yet again. This cannot
It's the
stand.
only hope we have of bringing them back.
Kultiras is the greatest naval power in Azeroth, former ally. We've had little contact with them since Jaina's father, Lord Admiral Dalen Proudmoore, was defeated at Theramore.
I will return with the fleet.
Many have criticized Jaina's decision that day, saying she believed so deeply in the promise of peace between the Alliance and Horde that she betrayed her own father. Perhaps she feels the time has come to atone for this. Loath as I am to put Jaina in harm's way, Kultiras must join the Alliance. Good luck.
Be vigilant.
I must prepare my ship. Champion, meet me in the harbor when you are ready to depart.
Okay.
So, Gen, how are your sea legs?
Steady as ever.
He's a werewolf.
Take a 7th Legion
Basically.
vessel along as an escort. Secure a base of operations in Kultiras. Our plan must not fail.
Yeah, what you'll find about the Kultirans is that they are not the most physically attractive characters in World of Warcraft, but they do have the best looking druids, in my opinion. Like, I think they're even better than trolls and Zandalari trolls. The druid form for Kultirans. They're just so cool. I'd say that alone makes it worth trying to unlock them. I haven't actually unlocked them yet, but when I do, I'm definitely going to be trying out a Kultiran Druid. And again, we have a Troll Druid. We've already leveled up to level 50. I'm planning on leveling up her. When she is level 60, she will be able to start getting mods for that Druid. And if and when I level up a Kultiran Druid, we'll have those sets available to represent ourselves. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna meet Jaina on the Stormwind Harbor. I'm gonna do the transmog first. Because why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you? It looks so much cooler than Dreadmist, tier 3. Even though Dreadmist does look pretty cool. I mean, and in its own right, it is perhaps one of the most nostalgic, if not the most nostalgic Warlock set.
What can I do for you?
Maybe even more so than tier 1, I don't know. Like, this definitely is going to bring back a flood of nostalgia for anyone that's been a World of Warcraft player.
Light bless you.
Okay, this is the transmog. Is it in here, is it? Gelnick Sharpshooter. Oh, it's you?
Hey!
You're the
On the
transmog?
way.
What? No, this doesn't seem right. Oh, I see, it's over there. 3 wins. Okay, I was like, well, this doesn't seem right.
Can I help you?
Yeah, we're going to be probably using the Fell Steed or the Dread Steed throughout our playthrough whenever we need a ground mount, because it fits the Warlock thematically. It is the definitive Warlock mount. Okay, this is it. And I'll kind of give you guys a demo transmog. It does cost gold to transmog, so if we can't afford it, we might not be able to. It costs 1 gold to do it. If it costs 1 gold, we might not be able to, because it costs so much. Let's see how much it costs to fully do the entire set. What if we did no cloak? Is there any cloak that works with this set? It's a very distinctive looking set, isn't it? I don't think there's any cloak that works with it. Maybe this one actually, it looks pretty crazy. Mind Shard Drape. Yeah, that looks pretty crazy actually. I think it almost matches. It doesn't quite match, but it almost matches. Let me show you what the rest of the set looks like. This is 3 gold to do. I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. Heroes Plague Heart. I believe we're missing part of the set. It costs 4 gold to fully transmog it. And I think we're going to want to get some more items, more gear before we transmog it anyway, because as you can see, some of our gear cannot be transmogged. Like, I can't upgrade the hands, the legs, the waist, the weapon. I believe all these things I want to change. I think no cape is fine too. I don't think any other cape really fits. I'd say my Shard Drape almost fits. It's just such a distinctive look, right? That maybe now there's a better way to go. And hopefully by the time I'm ready to transmog this, I'll have the entire set available to transmog. But yeah, it is a gold issue at this point. Alright, we're basically out of time in today's episode. So I'll head to... that's a $1 million question. Do I make my Hearthstormland now? So the only problem is that'll prevent me... That'll make it much harder to complete this quest. This one. Return to Grimlock. yeah, that army here going off is it's time to end. I guess I'll just set my hearth to Stormwind. And that will pretty much be it for today's episode. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to see Horde leveling gameplay, because this is the Alliance side, if you'd like to see Horde leveling, please do let me know in the comments below. It is possible to have both. Donations are appreciated. Venmo Stormer Show. Gilded Rose.
King's honor, friend. Safe travels. Open
Okay,
for
this
business.
is one of the best one of the best hearths things to choose because it takes you right into the heart of Stormwind. There's a bank right here, there's an auction house over here, maybe right around the corner. Oh wait, no, it's right here. Yeah, it's actually right here. And plus, portals right here. I believe there are other inns you can choose in Stormwind. I believe there is at least one in Dwarven District, and there may also be one in Old Town as well. I'm not sure, but I believe that that's because Stormwind is created as a parallel to Orgrimmar, and in Orgrimmar there are several inns in Orgrimmar as well. There's one in Valley of Strength, one in Valley of Spirits, and one in Valley of Honor. Each one of the valleys, I believe, with the exception being the Valley of Wisdom, I may or may not be true. I may or may not be accurate on that. But each one of these for sure has an inn that you can use, and you can, every time you hurt, they'll take you back to one of these for Horde. Whereas for Alliance, it'll take you back to any whatever inn that you made your hearth in Stormwind. But I like Gilded Rose because it's like right in the middle of it all, and it'll make it easy for you to get around. Okay, but that's the WoW Leveling episode part 2. Sorry, we're so close. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Like I said, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you've enjoyed Venmo Stormer Show, for anyone with the means and or desire to donate, it's definitely appreciated. So, without further ado, I hope you've enjoyed this episode.